Intermittent fasting. We talk about it all the time here at When Wellness. People are doing it. It's all the rage now. Improving insulin sensitivity, reducing inflammation, getting you into ketosis, fat burning mode, promoting weight loss while maintaining some lean muscle mass, boosting growth hormone, testosterone, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, brain cell production, and autophagy, cleaning out the brain if you do longer fasts. But what is very interesting is a new trial that came out where they did molecular analysis of around 3,000 different proteins in the blood of 12 people who fasted for 7 days. It was a water fast, so they just had water, right? No food for 7 days, which, I don't necessarily recommend to anybody out there. I always say you probably don't need to go past 3 days. You're going to get really all the benefits there. But what's very interesting is two big things that we can take away from this trial. Now, with the molecular analysis of the proteins, they found that these proteins were changing in their composition and their function for the long term, at least is how they saw it. I'm sure they'll do follow-ups on this in terms of not only weight loss and their functions regarding body composition, but brain function and contributing to the proteins that contribute to the structure of our brain cells. And they found this after 2 to 3 days is when this really started to happen. Okay, and this timeline is a little bit further out than what we had previously thought. We thought, okay, autophagy is kind of really kicking on 24 hours into a fast. It's huge. That second day, that third day, but after 48 hours onward, 48 to 72 hours, that's where they really started to see a big change here. And that's also where they started to see a big change in terms of what the body was using for energy, where it changed from using glucose over to fully using fat. And that was at 2 to 3 days in. So maybe, it's food for thought for even those of us who are relatively healthy and a pretty good body composition, that every so often, and not too frequently, it could be a lot of stress on the body, but every so often, maybe doing that 2-day or 3-day fast and getting those benefits for your brain and really getting deeply into ketosis or fat burning mode. Now, this isn't to say you can't get into ketosis earlier. Like a lot of the other research shows of fasting, 18 hours into a fast really starts to kick up. 18 to 24 hours in, other studies have shown, right? It depends on what you guys have done, right? Before you're fasting. Like if you worked out in a fasted state, then it's going to accelerate getting into ketosis, right? You'll get into it a little bit quicker. It depends, on your last meal, all these sorts of things. But the second thing that was really interesting is they found that on average the participants lost 12 and a half pounds through this fast. That's a significant amount of weight. But what were they losing? That's 12 and a half pounds of combined fat mass and lean mass. So lean mass is muscle, right? So they lost 12 and a half pounds of combined fat and muscle. It's like, okay, I don't really want to lose that muscle. Here's what's super cool. After the 3 days that they ate following the end of the fast, the weight they lost that was fat stayed off, but it replenished all of their lean mass. Very, very interesting. So it replenished their muscle, but the fat stayed off. Super, super cool, right? The body is extremely adaptive, and when you put it under healthy forms of stress, like exercise and intermittent fasting, you can count on it to do something that's pretty magical, really, in terms of improving your health, right? And so even without fully understanding, it's like, wow, it just knew that, okay, I'm going to need this muscle later, but it changed the composition, the molecular function and structure of these proteins that are involved in metabolism to say, yeah, no, we don't need that fat anymore, but let's replace that protein that's in the muscles, right? Let's be smart about this, and so we can physically function well later on, promote longevity, physical movement, and even mental health and things of that nature. So pretty cool. I had to share with you guys updated research on fasting. This is the first study of its kind to look at these things regarding fasting in the blood molecularly, to follow before, during, and after a fast the molecular changes in all these sorts of proteins. And out of the 3,000 they analyzed, about a third of them underwent significant change. So pretty cool stuff. We got a couple birthdays on here today. We got Nick Cleary, happy birthday, man. And we got Layne Palm, happy birthday to you, brother. This one's for you guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Wend Wellness to you too. Happy birthday to you. So many more, my fine feathered friends. Hope you guys have a great year. Absolutely fantastic year. Nick, I love you, man. Glad I got to talk to you this morning. And Layne, keep doing great stuff with the lifting, man. You're a beast, and looks like you're a family man now. Congrats on all that, and keep loving life, dude. Who do we got? Vegas, baby. I love it. Ash, what's up? Sabia and Chris, how you doing? As for now, so we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much, and happy Wend Wellness. See ya.